Good afternoon, Simi. How are you?
Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm pretty well by the grace of God. So, before we start the session, we can introduce ourselves.
Yes, yes, Jimmy. So you can give me your introduction. As we are meeting for the first time, so I'm very glad to connect with you.
Me too. Also, I'm also very glad to you. Like I saw your video, in YouTube. So I'm very, I got
Thank you.
very great opportunity. But I'm very happy. Luckily, I got to one-on-one video call. So this is Jimmy here, and I'm calling and connecting to you, Kolkata, in the state of West Bengal. If I talk about my profession, I have completed my class 10. By profession, I'm a freelancer. And my hobby, I would say, I like to play football, cricket, music, and sometimes I watch web series, American web series also. So yeah, this is my short introduction for my side. So can you
Yes,
please introduce yourself also?
yes, great, great. It was great introduction, Jimmy. So, Jimmy, as you told me that you are from West Bengal, right?
Yes, yes, I'm from West Bengal.
Okay, so West Bengal, which city you belong to?
I am from Kolkata.
Oh, fine. It's a great city, Huh? So, Kolkata
Yeah,
is known as the city of joy. You know that?
yeah. I know very well because I born here, I got here.
And what's your mother tongue?
My mother tongue is Urdu, as well as
So,
I know Bengali very well.
oh, okay, you know Bangla very well, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So, would you like my introduction, Jimmy?
yeah, definitely. I am very curious.
Thank you so much. So, I'm Alka and I'm connecting you from Lucknow, the capital of UP. If I talk about my academics, I'm a postgraduate in English. And yeah, about my hobbies, and I love to read and listen to music. And but nowadays, all my hobbies are left behind.
Yes, yes, sure. I see. Yeah, I see.
So I was telling you, my all the hobbies are left behind, and the foremost hobby nowadays is like interacting with different people. So this is.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, tell me one thing. It's been how long that you are practicing with your language?
To be honest, as I told you before, I'm a freelancer, so it is quite difficult to manage the time. But actually, I have been using this app like 20 days around. Okay. Before this app, I used to. There's a two apps. One is AC Fluency, and second is OpenTalk. But
Oh,
those apps was, I would say, audio. There's the option in only audio call. So I think the audio call is not quite. I will say, uh, be good to convey your conversation or talk to the co-learner in front of the camera, because you can talk very normally. Okay, but instead of audio call, I shifted to Skype app. One of my friends suggest me, like you can shift it to Skype app. There's a app where you can talk one-on-one audio call, and you can break your hesitation. You can build your confidence. You can break your fear. So, and I improve a lot because within 3 months it is quite difficult to interact or talk someone in front of the camera, because I saw there are a lot of people their journey within 3 years, 2 years, 4 years itself, but
yeah.
they still they're talking very well, but sometimes when I listening their videos, sometimes they also getting the problem. Their journey is 4 years, and my journey, I would say, 3 months. So I think within 3 months, I improve a lot in my
Yes, of course.
point of view.
Yeah. And these 3 months are enough to give you a lot of confidence, right? Within the 3 months, everybody like who's on the beginner level, he or she, whatever
Mhm.
may be. So on this, after 3 months, we feel so much of confidence. I think even I have gained a lot of confidence within 3 months. Okay, and even I was
Mhm.
a beginner. In the beginner, in the sense that I knew about English, I could read, I could understand very well, I could speak also, but not in a flow. you know. So
Mhm.
after these 3 months, when I was on this application, So what I found that after 3 months, I was more confident to speak to anybody. And now it's been a
Yes.
year to me. Yeah, it's a year. Like February, 1 year has been completed when I'm working with my language. So yeah, this as you mentioned that you are on the Skype. This application is very, very nice. And you will daily
Yeah.
practicing over here. You will be more confident. You'll be more flawless. See what I'm telling you. After a few months only, you'll be very nice. Of course, your English is quite good. Yes.
Yeah, actually, ma'am, you know what? Like the most important thing, earlier when I talk the people, like to the support of AC fluency and open talk, the most important one, like there's a guideline. The people who, who can give the right time and right idea, so you can catch up I would say, the timing, and you can catch
Yeah.
that language. It can be any language. It can be your Tamil, it can be your Hindi, it can be English. So the most important, part I would say, the guideline or I would say the idea of the counseling, the most important part. Because as I saw you before, like there are thousands of people who are struggling every day, who are talking in front of the camera, but even they can't can't talk properly
Yes.
even
Right.
on the video call. Okay, but
Right.
I think within 3 months I build a lot of improve myself. I would say, as I'm coming from I would say like you coming from I think Hindi medium. I'm coming from also Urdu medium. So it is quite difficult because when you talk the any co-learner, you have to first you think about Hindi and after you have to shift it in English. So it is the most I mean very tough task to deliver or convey your sentences or your messages.
So what made you jump into this this application and work on your language? I mean to ask, what made you? I think maybe for your job you are practicing with this language. Is it?
No, not at all. Like I'm very fascinated about when I used to go in some malls, when I used to go in some bank, the manager, the who talk in English. When I saw the those times, so I'm very interested. This is a very sweet and very I mean, tremendous language where people connect very easily. Like, I'm just giving you example. Like, there's a lot of queue, okay, but when you talk in the manager in front of the English, they give you priority first.
Yes,
It can be in,
absolutely. Yes, of course.
it can be anywhere. Suppose you in a Lucknow or you came in. I'm from Kolkata. When I went in a bank or mall, okay, to get some shopping, and the most of the people are queue in the line. And
Yeah.
immediately I went there and I talked, with the support of English. They give you a priority. They give you, he's a very knowledgeable person. He's a very,
Yes.
I mean, the people are very intelligent. So this is the, and you know what? When I talk in this, moment, I went in a bank or mall. When I talk, the people will give me priority. The people give me a lot of respect. They give me
Yes,
first
absolutely.
priority. No, this they give me first priority. This guy is, very knowledgeable person. So I think you have to give me first priority with that people. So that is the, I observe a lot in those days earlier, like 2 years back. So
Okay. Yeah.
that's why I will say, and as well as, what, it's a very, I would say, global language where you can connect
Absolutely.
very
Yes.
easily. Like, I don't know Japanese language. I don't know, Chinese language. So it's a global where you can connect very easily. That is the uh,
Now,
also
everybody,
I'm thinking.
everybody this language. Sorry to disrupt you. Yes, you were telling something more. You wanted to say something more.
Yeah, I'm saying that this is a very tremendous language where you can connect easily. It can be France, because in France the people speaking French. Japan also, China also. It's a very, I would say, tremendous and remarkable language where you can connect easily, because they don't know Bengali, Hindi. They only speak and they don't speak in their native language. So English is the way where you can relation or it can be where you can build your, I mean, relation or friend or anything,
Yes,
like talk with the support of English language.
it's very much required. So you go to other country, if you're going to some other country
Yeah,
and you want
correct.
something. You know, one of my relatives, she went to China for the first time. Okay.
Mhm.
And randomly I talked to her and I started talking to her. Okay, where are you and what all that? She told me that I am in China and I am standing in the front of a store. I want to have a wheat flour, you know, that atta. But she was not able to convey and she couldn't read, you know, on those packets and all that because everything was mentioned in Chinese. And it was very difficult
Yeah.
for her to convey, you know. But yeah, but in that store, there were few people who could speak in English as well. So that time she could convey to him that what I wanted, of course. But if she doesn't know English, then it's very difficult to convey what we want or express our thoughts, express our feelings. It was very difficult, you know. And you know, I'll tell you one thing. I
Ah,
had been to Bangalore once. After it's been very long time. So my sleeper, you know, my sleeper, that buckle, you know, it came out. And I was not able to
oh,
walk. Ahead. So when cobbler was sitting ahead to me, so anyhow I approached the cobbler and I asked him in Hindi, you know, I asked him in Hindi, कि भैया कितना पैसा लोगे, you know, and he couldn't understand my Hindi. So yeah, he told me, you want to get your chapel repaired? Yes, I told him, yes, I want to get it repaired, you know. And I never knew that he couldn't understand my Hindi. But when I conveyed him to in English, he could understand me. Just, you know, so what a funny thing, you know, that cobbler also knows how to speak in English. Though in a broken language. But yeah, he could convey what he wanted to tell, but he couldn't understand my Hindi. So this is the, you know, very importance of English, I mean to say. Right.
you know what? Sorry to interrupt here.
Yes,
You know, sometime I feel, sometime I realize that the English, sometimes it has been save you. Like when you in a metro, you get so hurry. Immediately you enter the counter and you speak someone. They will they will give you the priority, or they will give you book your ticket immediately.
so
This is a
some, so,
very,
and you know,
the people give you importance.
yes, of course. So in your life, did you ever like face some embarrassing moments of your in the spoken language when you were not able to convey what you wanted? Does it happen anytime in your life when you were not able? Did it happen to
Sometimes, once what, when I used to go in a school, when once upon time when I traveled in the train, or once upon time I went in the, like malls. That time, the people, the manager who speak in English very well. So those was a time, then I difficult a lot. But I
okay?
I thought my mind should have shifted to my, Bengali to English. So that is the reason, like I just listening every day, because there's no such a way where you can practice. So
Yeah,
I did my hard work. Hard work in the sense, sometimes I listening a lot. Sometimes, when I very curious to talk someone, there is no co-learner to talk the people in that particular time, because it is quite difficult. Like you are a professional, you are working some, some
of course.
corporate sector or somewhere. So it is quite difficult to manage that particular time. Suppose I just waiting to any call learner, like my motive is one at 1 to 3 o'clock. I was in free. I will be free. So in that particular time, there is no any call learner. So it is quite difficult to, again you have to wait in at night. The call learner will be present or not. So the time is, the money, I would say. The time is very precious and very valuable. Mostly, when you work somewhere. If you are a student life, it is good. You can manage all those things. But it is quite difficult as a, professional who work in some
Of
office or some work in anywhere.
Yeah, yeah, very nice. I you see what I observed is that you are quite well. You speak so well. I mean to say, uh,
Thank you.
yeah, of course. Really, I really mean it when I say this. So, how did you see, apart from all these things? there any way, like any secret of yours? I want to know that secret. How did you get
No,
to learn? Tell some of my beginners, what they should do. Because
you know,
there are so many beginners, they always ask me the question, ma'am, how can I learn English? And they are very frustrated, I find them very frustrated. One known fellow of mine, he was on this application, but he quit, he told me, I'm going to quit it because I'm not able to learn. I told him, be here for 6 months, and after that you'll be very flawless. But he didn't accept me. So I think, what do you want to say to those people?
no, here one thing I will add you like there's no any ingredients. There's no mixed masala. I will give you mix it and you have to put it and you can speak. Okay. The most important part, the most of the people who thought like, suppose I'm giving you two, three examples. Like suppose I'm a IT sector board. So my motive what? My motive is if I complete my degree, so I got the placement, so I have to speak someone like in the office or I have to face the manager or HR to crack the interviews. So this
Yeah,
motive, they will start the speaking. So this thing they have to start before, like within 2 years or 1 year back. They have before they have to start. That time, if they really those time they start, they can easily talk anyone or they can give the interview very easily. And most of the people, when they finish their degree, then they can start. So and the two, three things are here I add you like the consistency is the most important part.
yes, of course, of
That's
course.
consistency. The challenges will come, the
Yes, of course.
problems will come in your home.
Yes,
Nobody will, I will say, nobody will, I would say, when you get the problem, when you face the problem, you have to overcome those problems. It can be your home, it can be your out of home, it can be
yes,
your life, it can be your family problem, it can be. But you have to come out, you have to overcome those challenges, those problems, and you have to be a free man. No, this is my goal. Consistency, listening, practice.
yes.
There's no any formula in the world. This is
No
my
problem.
formula.
Yes.
Listening, practice. Listening, practice. When you
Yeah, but
listening and practice,
practice, it will take a little time. The children say, I mean to say, all are children for me. So what they say that, ma'am, in 3 months, how can I learn? I tell them, no, in 3 months you can't. You can't learn this language. You have to be patient with this. Be
no,
patient, be consistent, and don't fear of your making mistakes and all that. So out of
yeah,
fear, you have to come out from your comfort zone. And once you are facing the camera, there are so many people who don't want to face the camera because they know they will be making mistakes. So in the front of the camera, it gives us a lot of confidence to speak. Yeah.
yeah, it
See,
is a
honestly,
quite tough
we have
task.
to make mistake. Why not? Even I'm making mistake. Maybe in this session only I made some 4 or 5 mistakes. I don't know. But even I do make mistakes. But I never fear of these things. But because I'm practicing with this language, may I make mistakes? Whatever I'm doing, I don't know. So, so I want to tell everybody: don't get a fear of making mistakes and come out of your comfort zone and be here. And after a few months, not in 1 or 2 months, yeah, you have to be patient, and in few months, you will be more confident to speak.
And
Yeah.
here one thing I add you, there are most of the people when they start their journey, they have been lot of energy. They put up their energy within 6 months. Oh, there's my goal. I want to become a good speaker within 6 months or 3 months or 4 months. It's not like that. It's a language and it's a very sweet language. It will
Yeah.
take time.
Of
Like
course it.
like
Yes.
there are a lot of I would say I'm giving you two three example. Like if you watch the cricket or if you watch the football or any singer, their journey, the struggle time is within 10 to 15 years.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Nobody, I would say, think about the struggle. But when he gives the interview, when he go in a success way, only the people saw his, how he succeed his life, how he earned the money. So nobody think about, his struggle days. So as well as this is also a look like a language. You have to struggle. You have to face the challenges. Be consistency. I speak more and more. The more you speak, the more you fluent.
Yeah,
That is
you
the
will.
formula. And
So
the motive
Zimi,
we have to alternate. The motive we have to think. No, there's no any month or year. Speak regularly.
so Zimi, it was very nice connecting with you. I had a good
Yeah,
time
yeah.
because
Me too.
I have another session this time, so it's been already
Yeah, yeah.
10. Yes, and we'll
Me
try to connect,
also.
right? Yeah.
Definitely, it was a very great, nice experience to talk with you, and
Thank
hope so. We
you.
will meet you again. Thank
Yes,
you. Bye
definitely.
bye.